I call Pat Garrett to the stand.
The territory calls Pat Garrett.
State your name, sir.
Patrick Floyd Garrett.
Are you the sheriff of Doña Ana County?
I became the sheriff of Doña Ana County in the summer of 1896 and have been such ever since.
Did you investigate the site at Chalk Hill where Colonel Fountain's buggy left the road?
I did. I judged a man had been killed there. The pool of blood was, at the location, was about 12 or 15 inches across.
When did you meet Jack Maxwell?
March 6, 1896.
What did this man tell you?
He said he was at Lee's ranch, and the day that Colonel Fountain and Henry had disappeared, and Lee was not there. Lee only arrived the following afternoon.
Well. Did you investigate his account, sir?
I did.
Tell the court what your next action in this case was.
Well, I swore out bench warrants for the arrest of Oliver Lee, James Gilliland, and Mr. McNew.
Did you know any of these men before swearing out the warrants?
No, sir.
You're a witness.
Well, Mr. Garrett, at the time you'd come to Las Cruces, political feeling was running pretty high, wasn't it?
That's what they called it.
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is being examined on politics.
Sustained. The jury is to disregard that question and answer.
Mr. Garrett, what was Oliver Lee's official position when you first arrived at Las Cruces?
I understand that he was a deputy sheriff.
And didn't you, in March of 1896, obtain warrants for the arrest of Oliver Lee, James Gilliland, and William McNew?
I did.
Upon what were those warrants based?
Upon affidavits.
And who made those affidavits?
I did.
And in those affidavits, you had swore you had evidence against Oliver Lee, Gilliland, and McNew sufficient to justify warrants. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that evidence was based on what you learned from Mr. Jack Maxwell?
Yes.
Ah. So why did you not go to a grand jury for those warrants?
You had too much control over the courts in Las Cruces.
Well, in other words, you thought that I was the administration?
You came pretty near it.
So you base your conclusions on the fact that I procured the sheriff's office for you?
Well, you showed your strength then.
And what did you do then when those warrants were sworn out?
I sent out a posse to serve them.
Well, isn't it a fact that this posse was composed of members of Major Van Patten's militia?
Not to my knowledge.
Well, what was your object in sending this mob after Lee and Gilliland?
It was not a mob. It was a posse.
And how much money have you got for working this case outside of your salary as sheriff?
Oh, objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Exception?
Exception noted.
Mr. Garrett, did you not receive $1,000 at one time in addition to your salary after you took the whole of this case?
Objection.
Sustained.
Exception?
Exception noted.
Yeah, that's enough, Your Honor.
Sheriff, you're excused. Sir, you